again, with the coronavirus, someone says, I was wondering when the coronavirus is going to end. Does the Bible give any advice for that?
So Ruben, as you asked that question, I suppose if I knew when the coronavirus was going to end, I might be able to make a lot of money prognosticating on that.
Yes.
The Bible does not specifically tell us when coronavirus is going to end, whether it's a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. But what is its meaning for us as individuals? Matthew chapter 24 speaks of a time in the history of Judaism and in the history of the Christian church where the Bible refers to it as the abomination of desolation. We don't have time to get into that. I know the Bible studies you offer can get into this. There was a time in history where the Roman Empire came and surrounded Jerusalem. They were going to siege Jerusalem, take Jerusalem over, and then unexpectedly, they just leave. And in that time, Jesus predicted, when you see the abomination of desolation, get ready, and when they leave, it's time for you to flee Jerusalem. Now, I want to be very clear. I'm not telling people to flee their home, but spiritually speaking, what is this speaking of? I believe the coronavirus, and then, by the way, later the Roman Empire does return, and in its return, besieges Jerusalem, conquers Jerusalem. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people are killed. However, we have record from history that no Christian died in that siege because they followed the counsel of Jesus. So what then would I draw as a spiritual analogy? I think the coronavirus is for lack of a better word, a shot across the bow to let us know that we are living in the end of time. And as Paul wrote, today is the day of salvation. Now is the time to make a decision to follow him. And that is not for us to be afraid or to scare us into religion. It is just to point out Jesus predicted these things. We see these things being fulfilled. And that is an indication to each of us to make things right with God, spend time in his word, give our heart fully to him. And in that, we do not have to be afraid as he walks hand in hand with us through whenever the end of coronavirus is.